Hey guys, it's Rachel Adelicia, and this is Sunday Chronicles. And I wanted to share with you something that I've been working on really hard for a while, something that's meant a lot to me, and that is I've been redoing our patio. You're not gonna have this blog turn into like home decorating, even though I love that, because I think it's another chance to show our style. But I did want to show you what I've done to kind of create an area of respite for myself and for like the family. But you may recognize this little corner. This is where I have my pool, which is over here. I'm gonna just go this way. My little pool, which is over here. I spray painted these chairs. We had them and they were like kind of gross. So I cleaned them and I spray painted them and I got these cute little covers, set up a nice little table so that when I'm out here in the pool, I can have drinks and a candle to keep the mosquitoes away and all that good stuff. And it's so, so nice. And then we come over and to this little part door. But I made a little seating area because who doesn't need a seating area, right? We actually have a really lovely patio and we had all this furniture, but we weren't using it. So I spray painted this chair. Actually, my great grandfather made that chair. It has a matching one over there. Great wicker couch, chair that, or table that we're still working on, chair over there that we're still working on. But really, like I spray painted everything. It kind of needs to be retouched up. Spray paint is not my forte, but I wanted to make, and that's a little thing for us to sit and talk. But I wanted to make a little patio that felt as stylish as I sometimes do, because style is not just what we wear, right? It's everything that we do. So let's talk about that. Because in doing this, it really, oh look, we have like fans so that you can sit out here and it's not like 1,000,000 degrees, because it's 1,000,000 degrees. So it's super cute, right? So I wanted to make a space that felt, you'll excuse me as we get set up to chat. There we go. Yay, you can see me. So I wanted to create a space that felt stylish for me, not only to shoot in and to have people over in and socially distance in, but because I wanted it to represent me, right? And it made me start thinking about how style isn't just what we put on our bodies. There's a saying, style is how you do everything, right? And again, I'm not gonna turn this into an interior design blog. I'm not quarantining by myself, anything like that, but I am fascinated, even when you go over to someone's house for the first time, how you can kind of look at their decorations and see what it tells you about them. Because just like our clothes tell us stories, that can tell a story. Well, I mean, what we do is not just decorate our house and wear clothes. We're doing everything. So this week has just felt really hard, right? It just felt like a lot. And this is kind of like an America specific issue, that as we're still in quarantine, as we're still isolating and we're still dealing with a disease that's kind of out of control, I started thinking about how maybe our style is also how we're handling that. And it made me kind of depressed, because there are days when I'm not stylish. There are days when I am literally wearing dirty workout clothes. There are days when it is hard to do anything. Like I've been going through that, I guess I call it the queue. I know it's not technical, but like in the queue I can have like a couple of like really great days and I'm productive and I feel like I get a lot done and I can be on a schedule, and then I'll have like 2 days where it's, you know, I mean, if I brush my teeth, it's like a big deal. And the emotions of that are overwhelming. And I don't know that that's what I want my style to be thought of as. And so it kind of made me think about how we're approaching this. This week I read an op-ed about how, again in America, the situation that we're in is kind of asking us to be good company to ourselves. Like when you're isolating, when you're having to spend a lot of time at home, when you're having to do all these things, an obstacle may be that it's asking you to be company to yourself. And this is not a self-love, let me tell you how I love myself. Let's acknowledge self-love is hard, and that it's a journey, and that being good company to yourself is hard. But I think it's important to be someone that you want to be with. And that's just, you know, in general, but especially at a time when you're supposed to be at home a lot. Being someone you want to be with, like you yourself, is important. So we have to be good company to ourselves. And then it was also saying, and then we have to be really kind. You know, you have to care about your neighbor. We're in a position where we have to put like the group above what I want to do. So like if the group needs me to do this, it has to come before me wanting to go to a bar type thing, or me wanting to do this. And to tie this back into fashion, I started thinking about, in a total different conversation I was having, about those people who are just naturally stylish. Like, everything about them is chic, and everything that they wear somehow works, and everything that they do is just somehow perfect and lovely. And I'm sure if you were to analyze them, there might be a formula. But what I've noticed the most about those people, who I aspire to be, is that they are really, really comfortable in their skins. They are. They trust themselves, and they know what looks good on them, and they are kind. But I think the secret must also be this, that they're good company to themselves. Like, they're friends with themselves. Like I said, they know what looks good on them because they trust themselves. That they like something, they like it. They don't worry about anything, right? They just trust themselves. And if it doesn't work out, they're not fazed. They don't get upset. And some of those people are also very, very kind. Those are the kind of people, those are the kind of women I love to work with. I love to work with all women, but you know what I mean? Like, because since they're so comfortable in themselves and they know what they are, they can recognize that there's enough room for all of us. Like, we can all bring our best selves to the table, and there's room. So, to bring this all back together, the patio and the style and the good company and all that stuff, it got me thinking if maybe this is a moment where our style can improve. And of course, this is not saying like, oh, the best thing to come out of the pandemic will be like, you'll have great style. Although, you know, you never know if you don't try. But if maybe a good part of style, if maybe part of the style that we want to be is someone who can make everything around her stylish through the fact that she is good company to herself and kind, maybe that's a lesson that we could all learn, and maybe we will all be stylish. And that doesn't mean, hopefully that will, or how I should have put this, hopefully that means it's still okay the days that I look like crap and do not change my clothes. But that's not really the style that you see, that you see that I'm good company to myself, that I can take care of myself when I need it, and that I can be really kind. Because I love clothes, and I love telling you stories with clothes and all those good things, but I also want to be like kind. So those are some things that I've been thinking about. It's also one of those things that, guess what, I don't have the answers to, because, and I'm also trying not to overthink that. I think we tend to look for big meaning and all these things. And what if we just approached everything in this moment by saying, hey, I'm gonna create spaces for me to be stylish in, and part of that is being good company to myself and being kind. And if it also leads to us telling amazing stories and amazing clothes, awesome. We'll never know if if we don't know if it will work, so we just have to try it, right? But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I am concentrating on creating spaces for me to have respite, which means stylish for me. I'm working on being good company to myself, and I'm working on being kind. I am wishing us all a week of all those things. I'm wishing you respite wherever you are. I am wishing you style. I am wishing you lots of great company that includes yourself. And of course, I wish us always amazing shoes. Have a really great week, everyone.